Welcome to the SAP ABAP training program. In this video, we are discussing about the foreign key, which is a part of ABAP data dictionary. This is the fourth video. Let us consider when a student come to the college, we take the following record from him, like the registration number allotted, roll number, name, gender, date of birth, and branch. Later on, we would like to form the table which is related to the first table, like when whoever the student came, so he has got his registration number and name. So we would like to collect his personal data like name, email ID, phone number, address, father's name, father's salary. In this, address is also a component. This address can also be collected in a separate table like name, registration number, father name, street, post, district, state, and pin code. Now let us to understand the foreign key concept. A student, when he enters, he has got a foreign data already available. I created another link, exe file, where we will collect all the addresses. Now, this link has been given in public. So I don't want any student who doesn't have this registration number to enter in this table. So T3 table, the student, whoever will enter, must first enter the registration number. Then this student, those who have this registration number, should be allowed to enter the address. How we will do it? So for that we need a foreign key. To understand this address, this is already done in the third video of the ABAP data dictionary. Address field is having name. So we're adding one more field over here, that is a registration number. So registration number is a 10-digit registration number. So it is also the numC. Because it is numeric character, so 10 digit, I can give a separate domain, or I can give the same domain as defined here in for the pin code. Because pin code is 6 digits, so I can make this as a 10, and I can say this whatever domain available here, the same domain I will assign here also, and then I can assign this registration number as another, and we can have another field, and here also we can create another data element with the registration number like this. So our data element is created and with a field registration number. So like that we can create this table in the transparent table. So to understand a foreign key, I've got another example for you, like the student table for student database. One is there. Let us say the OSDA. Now the students are entering the data in the OSDA website. In the OSDA website, they are entering and they are getting a OSDA registration number and name, college, and they appear the test, whether they are pass, fail, or they are allotted or not allotted. All the status is maintained and other data are there. So students, those who are pass and they have got a OSDA registration number, they have been asked, okay, you go for a refundable deposit of 3,000 rupees, that if you are serious about it, you will pass the exam and you will get the money back. So for that they created another table and they shared with the bank. So bank, what they will do, they will take the data of OSD registration number from the main table. So this will be the check table. So check table will have a OSD registration number and they will take it on the table which is available by the bank. And then they will take whether they are pass or fail and they will put it on the another table. So this OSD registration number, that means 3,000 rupees can be paid by those students, those who have the OSD registration number and they are passed. If they doesn't satisfy these two, so if this must be passed and they must have a OSD registration number, then only they will go for a payment. So this table is having some check by the main table. So this will be called the foreign key table. Foreign key table. So this field name OSD registration number in this table number 2 and this table number 1. In table number 2, what this field OSD registration number will not be, you are not going to enter any value over there. Rather, when you enter the value, he will prompt you to this the main table. If it is matching, you are going to add the value there. And if you are pass, so obviously the student, those who are passed, those value will be available over here and it is automatically prompted that they are passed. So this is how the foreign key are decided and foreign key table are formed. Now you can understand that what is the advantage of foreign key. Similarly, in the college system, if you have like databases there, we don't want to collect the lot of data from everyone. We just want to collect this data. Those having the particular registration number or those who join in this particular year. So we can decide that this is okay, this is a check table, we can say this is a check table, and then we can create a foreign key table, that is a table in which the names are the foreign key or the registration number is a foreign key. So these registration number and these name will be there in our new table. So that is how the foreign key is so helpful. So in the foreign key, there is a term called check table, another is a foreign key table. So you need to just remember that in the check table we are taking the check as a registration number, and registration number only is a foreign key table. Later on we will see that in the example how it is done in the SAP server. So another keyword is here that is very important, the generic. Generic is a term, suppose by selecting this checkbox we ignore the input validation for that field. It means that in a like check table there are like these are the key things are there. This is also key and this is the key. That registration number or roll number. And also suppose there is another term. So I just want to take the registration number here. I am not interested to take the roll number. So if a roll number is also there mentioned over here, so roll number I will put a tick mark, say this is not required for the foreign key. I just need a foreign key as registration number. I don't want any other as a registration number. So here I just put a pin code and numC because that we can see in the example later on. So the objective is if two are matching and I want to deselect any one, so I just put a check mark on the box or put a generic check mark on the box. So this is just simply deselected and the other one will be there. So similarly there are like constants and there's a screen check. These are the options available in the foreign key table. Let us directly go to the example. So in the example we have the main transparent table, that is the data, and obviously with the starting with mandate you have registration number, roll number, name, gender, date of birth and branch. So this is my check table. Now I create another table with the address, with the field, this registration number, name, father's name, street, post and district, state, pin code. So this is my foreign key table. Foreign key table. So in this I will make the foreign key as a registration number, because this registration number I will not enter. This registration number will be entered based on the registration number those who have already registered in the academic section. Those are registration number is available. Only those students will give the address. I don't need the address from the rest of the students. So I will assign to a foreign key and click over here. When I assign to the foreign key, so it is asking, this window is appearing. In this window you have to write a short description about it and the check table name. So I write a short description that registration number is a foreign key here, and when I enter here the one help box and click here, then he suggested the checkbox name is ZBK and this is the table, transparent table name is being selected. So once this is selected, this table name is reflected over here. When this table name is reflected, then you ask for the generate proposal. Generate proposal means in this check table, whatever the keys are there, so these are the mandate, registration number, roll numbers are the key, all three are reflected. Now you see that in the generic there is a tick mark is there, that means this is deselected by us, only the registration number is being selected. Mandate is by default, it has to be selected. So what we understand, the registration number is the foreign key, we made it, and then we can see that in the entry help and check, we can see in the check table it is reflected here that this transparent table and this transparent table name is being reflected over here. So this is the foreign key table in which registration key is being made as a foreign key, and it is reflected in the check table, name is reflected over here. So now I will add some content in the foreign key table. Let us add some data and see that, create entries and see that how the data are entered. See that when I start entering the data here, I can enter the registration number. Now I cannot enter anything in the registration number. This is a list of registration number that is available to me. You can see that these lists are same as the list already there in the check tables. try to take a number 112. See that this 112 I have taken, the name is beta. And what I try to intensely, I take the same registration number, but I enter something else, alpha there. So when I take alpha, you can see that it is accepting the record as alpha. So that makes me like a very difficult situation, like any registration number I have given for that, I can edit the name of the person. So that is not a right thing. So I have to do that. I should also make this as name as also the foreign key. I tried that, okay, name as a foreign key, we take the name as a foreign key and try for it. So again it will prompt me that, okay, name as a foreign key, enter this value. So when I try to enter the value, what you find is that when I try to enter, no value found. See that, no values are found. So why? The reason is, you can see the reason is, earlier the name here is not, this key was not there. So we have to insert a key over there, that this is also a key. This is a unique, and this is added with the roll number, registration number and the name. So once we put the key over here, then only now we go for a name as a foreign key and we give this as a foreign key here. So after that what we get, this name is now, so see that name is reflected only from the generic, this is tick mark, so this name as a foreign key and registration number is a foreign key is being reflected. So you put a copy here, and remember that you must keep on after that save button and the activate button. Now the foreign key is these two are the foreign keys. Now see that, now if I put this 112 and here also 112 and beta name is there, so I intensely give it alpha name. So what is the problem? Entity does not exist. So it is saying, oh, you cannot write like that. So if I put on a help button, he said name is beta. So once the name is beta over here, so we are taking only the term beta, and then when I write beta, okay, they are accepting the records, and then we can save button, it will done. So like that. So here whatever, suppose these are the registration number already there and these are names already there. So I just need to put the value of this registration number, automatically that name is prompted out and we cannot write any other name, it has to be the same name. Then we can just go on add father, street and other things based on the names which is available in the check file. So now you have got a check file. So what we learn in the check transparent table, whatever this table is formed, from this table whatever the data are there like registration number and the name, we need to take this data and that data only we can fill here, we cannot fill. So we have created this data earlier. So now when I created a data, it will be filled over here and this data will be like foreign key table. This is a foreign key table. That is why these are the foreign keys. So here registration number and the name are the foreign key. It means you cannot enter any data here. The data that you will enter in this foreign key is referred by the check table. So that is all. Thank you very much. So you understand the foreign key definitely. Thank you again.